I think I need to first of all ask about Craig, actually, and the change at half-time with the goalkeeper. So what's the situation there?
Well, Craig has been struggling with a knee injury for most of pre-season and since the start of the season. And he has actually had a scan which shows a small tear in the meniscus and some sort of quite a lot of shading on his ACL. So we were aware of that, and we've been trying to nurse him through training. He's hardly trained, but just trying to get him through the games. But clearly he isn't right. And he felt he couldn't continue today. So I think we've got to look at maybe that situation, obviously, by bringing in another goalkeeper. I expect myself to be very, very busy over the next 2 or 3 days, because I think we need to try and bring some players in to help the group. Definitely, there's things that at the moment we're not functioning sort of as we should be. I don't really want to go into it in too much detail, in a post-match interview, but it's safe to say that obviously we can see areas of the team where we're not strong enough. I think the time for sort of talking and things is coming to a close, and action is needed in a few bits. I think because at the moment we don't look strong enough, and when I say strong enough, I don't mean physically strong enough. I mean just sort of strong enough in certain areas of the pitch for this level, if we want to sort of achieve and try and push on. So we've got a lot of work to do over the next 2 or 3 days, and we need to improve.
Would those changes come in quick enough for Tuesday night's game?
Well, I'll have to see on one or two things. I don't think you can. It's going to be difficult to suddenly bring sort of 4 or 5 in for Tuesday. So we'll have to look at that. I thought it was frustrating today because I did actually think that in general play there were quite a few positives really. I think once again we sort of dominated the ball, but I think it's just the key moments at the moment, isn't it? We don't sort of really take our chances at one end, and then we look a little bit vulnerable at the other end. And you don't really need to be an expert in football to look at us at the moment and work out what the problem is really. I mean, we're obviously conceding far too many goals, and we're not scoring enough, so which is obviously not a recipe for success. So that's our problem. There wasn't a great deal in the game in terms of general play, but the key moments they were far better than us. But once again we've given ourselves a real sort of mountain to climb by conceding so early in the game. A set piece, the lad sort of crosses it in the box, and we're not picking up, we're not marking. That isn't good enough. We talk to the players, set situations up, but it isn't happening in that game situation. And that's very, very difficult. We're at home. We spoke a lot about getting off to a fast start and trying to get them on the back foot, but yet we're 1-0 down after 4 minutes. And when you're not in great form, that's bound to then affect your mindset and your confidence. We kept going. Kyron had a fantastic opportunity, didn't he, at 2-0. I think he'll admit he needs to score that, and then we're sort of 1 goal in it. And then we started the second half, and a goal for them again, another soft one really. And we're conceding soft goals, but we don't really look like we're going to score enough going the other way. And I think when you don't, that does put pressure on the rest of the team. But so not functioning anywhere near where we should be in terms of the key moments in games. I didn't think the shape sort of was wrong today. I thought we played a sort of diamond in there, and I think it worked quite well at times. It wasn't anything to do with the shape, it was just the key moments in games. 1-0 down before we've even got started again. It's only on one occasion this year in the 8 games we've played that we've scored first. So as I say, we can talk, but I think what we have to do is show our intentions with actions, and I think I'm going to be sort of busy over the next few days, definitely.
And just looking ahead briefly to Tuesday, I mean, Weymouth, they're up there as well. They're sort of pushing for promotion this season. How confident are you that you can make some changes, even if it's just with the squad that you've got, to get something slightly more positive on Tuesday night?
Yeah, well, that's something I'll have to look at. Definitely. I'll have to sit down with the staff, and obviously from now until that game, I'll be thinking about trying to put a plan together that will give us a chance. I haven't seen any of the results today. I don't know how people have got on or how Weymouth got on, but yes, they have had a very good start. I think what we can't do though is go too sort of emotional with it. They haven't lost a game this season. They are one of the favourites to win the title. So whilst we can sort of look at all the things we haven't done, they're also an excellent team, and what people have got to understand, there are sort of 11 people in the opposition that are trying to stop you doing what you want to do. I expect Havant to be right up there. They've got lots of good players, but the disappointing thing for us today was the manner of the goals again. Too soft. When we did create the chances, we weren't anywhere near enough, anywhere clinical enough to sort of put them away. So that, as I say, that isn't a recipe for success, what we're doing at the moment. So disappointing day. Didn't get off to a good start, as I keep saying. That's the real thing that's sort of frustrating me. But we have to hold our hands up and say today that it wasn't good enough to get a result against a strong Havant team, and we have to sort of go back to the drawing board and work exceptionally hard to try and improve the situation.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mark. Thank you very much.